In this video, we go through a brief history of Rocking the Daisies through a timeline. As many of us know, festival season here in SA kicks off around the end of August. And usually, the closer we get to the end of September, there's one festival on everyone's mind that's bound to arise in any given conversation. I'm talking about Rocking the Daisies, one of Africa's most prominent music festivals. From MGMT to the late Mac Miller, RTD is renowned for bringing down not just the best international acts, but the artists South African audiences are just dying to see. Their contributions to environmental sustainability is also something that cannot escape mention. For many years now, RTD has been the country's leading green festival, although they managed to go one up to become the first major festival in the world to free themselves of plastic use and become the first festival to use only cans. And that's pretty much thanks to their affiliation with Can Do. What makes the story of Rocking the Daisies so damn spellbinding is not just the positives. The festival is also surrounded by a sea of controversy because of various decisions. From what we see, audiences genuinely have a love-hate relationship with RTD. When you're scrolling through your social media and you come across an announcement from RTD, there's an emotional response that arises. And it's beautiful to see that so many are emotionally invested, whether if it's negative or positive emotions.
Well, how are you able to get one of these guys? I don't know. I just feel a little bit disappointed.
You know, people genuinely care. In this video, we go through a brief history of Rocking the Daisies through a timeline. Please do not forget to subscribe. We are banging with videos every single week. Plus, some of the videos are not on our YouTube, so please check out our social media pages. You know what? Let's get into it. Many people tend to forget that Rocking the Daisies is actually part of a much larger entity. It'll be wrong of me to start talking about the origins of the Rocking the Daisies without mentioning Complete Events, aka Seed Experiences. Seed Experiences literally goes back over 14 years. Founders Craig Bright and Brian Little were already doing events, especially in Durban. In Cape Town, they were struggling heavily with getting clients. They needed a new way to market themselves, a new way to market their organization. The idea of a branded music event came up and oof, they really ran with it. The first RTD saw an attendance of 700 people, with Goldfish and Polytones being the main headliners. This actually isn't too bad considering the fact that they had very little money on them. And talking about funds, the pair were literally 400,000 rand in debt after the first festival. The next year, they saw a major improvement. 4,500 people were in attendance, and for the first time ever, Kloof Wine Estate was used. To this day, Rocking the Daisies continues to be held at this location.
They always ask me the same question, you know, what do I think that makes Daisy so special? And I think one of those things and one of those places, one of those experiences that you have to experience yourself.
2010 was the first year Daisies had its first international headliners, and this was New Young Pony Club from the UK and the Edan Roadshow project based in Israel. Although in 2012, things began to change. RTD upped the international game and brought down Block Party. You'd probably want to check them out, their sound is so incredible. The next year, Boys Noise, Al J and the Hives, and the following year, there were 7 stages and over 160 acts, including Crystal Fighters, Rudimental, and the legendary MGMT. By the time we got to 2016, everything changed. Well, I mean, not everything, I'm just saying that for dramatic effect. But before we get into that story, let's consider something real quick. If you take a look at the lineups before 2016, you wouldn't be surprised at the previous demographics of the festival. RTD didn't entirely reflect a Rainbow Nation as it wasn't the most diverse festival. Musically, yeah, sure, it was. Although if we take a look at the crowd, it'll be standard to only see a handful of peoples of color. In many ways, Stain Entertainment created an experience for all. In 2016, Rockin' the Daisies and In the City was purchased by Stain Entertainment. With the help of Superbalist, the first Daisies under Stain was incredible. Before I even get to the international acts, keep in mind AKA's appearance in 2016 was the first hip-hop act the festival had ever seen. And that was at a time where rappers were widely regarded as the new rock stars. Stain was clearly aware of that and so marked the beginning of a new dawn. Something that was quite special about 2017 was the fact that for the first time in RTD history, we saw an electronic act as the main international headliner. I'm talking about people were left completely baffled, but all these changes in the lineups and all these inclusions of other experiences left for a much broader appeal. And in 2017, RTD managed to attract an estimate of 25,000 people to their festival and garnered more than 3.5 million pounds in sponsorships. I'm kidding, rands, not pounds, rands. 2 years have passed and interestingly enough, attendance is sitting at just over 10,000. So, what happened? 2018 will forever be remembered as the year where RTD fans had to pledge their allegiance. Ever since 2016, the changes to Stay in Heaven Roll have actually had positive influences. As for 2018, that may be arguable. Some of the changes included less stages, the first became shorter as one day was omitted, and this time when you bought your tickets, camping was not included. The change which made the biggest difference though was the infamous no outside liquids rule. Ironically, these changes were made as an answer to some of the problems festival goers and organizers were experiencing. In the past, camping safety had been a huge area of concern, thus the new camping rules. Festivals also tend to create a large carbon footprint due to excessive amounts of waste left on the environment, thus the no liquids rule to prevent unnecessary waste. Another introduction which goes heavily unnoticed was the inclusion of the ladies' campsite. This was first introduced by Daisy's media manager, Zetu Gola, as a space for women to be 100% safe and a place for support and community. Like the Selection Crew, Muramasa, Babeniko, and Shane Eagle were just some of the headliners that year, with the Trap House being the fan favorite. That was the year for those that lived through the SoundCloud age.
And I'm gonna tell you how this shit is gonna play out. SoundCloud is fucked, they're gonna die. SoundCloud's problem is that they do not have a workable business model. It's that simple.
It's now 2019 and the lineup continues to be colorful. Audiences are going to be exposed to a wider range of home artists, plus artists from various African countries. The 1975, Tash Sultana, Giggs, Mikasa, and Nasty C are just some of the headliners for this year. RTD started at a time where there was barely any festival culture here in SA. I feel as if their role in nurturing and developing the scene has been heavily downplayed over the years. One of my favorite memories at Rocking the Daisies was when I got to meet the guy from Majid Jordan, Majid, and within 2 minutes, we literally engaged in some deep conversation. I'd love to hear one of your special moments of Rocking the Daisies. Plus, are you going to be there this year? Let me know in the comment section below. This video was shot at Radisson Red, Cape Town, and oof, a huge thanks, as this video would not be possible without their help. They actually have a lot of events coming up this summer. I'm going to be there. I hope to see you there. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe and let me know of your Daisies moments in the comment section below.